Life is a precious gift, an extraordinary journey filled with endless possibilities. But in this age of constant connectivity and oversharing, we've lost sight of something crucial: the power of privacy. Today, we're going to dive deep into a topic that can transform your life, your relationships, and your very destiny. We're going to explore the 5 things in life that must remain private at any. Now, listen closely. This isn't just another lecture. This is about reclaiming your power, protecting your purpose, and unleashing your full potential. Are you ready? Let's begin. 1, your personal goals and dreams. Imagine you're holding a seed in your hand. This seed represents your deepest aspirations, your wildest dreams. What do you do with a seed? Do you parade it around, showing it to everyone you meet? You plant it in rich, nurturing soil. You water it. You protect it from harsh elements. You give it time to grow, hidden from the world, until it's strong enough to break through the surface. Your goals and dreams are just like that seed. They need protection, nurturing, and time to develop. When you share them too soon, you expose them to the harsh winds of criticism, doubt, and negativity. People who don't understand your vision might try to clip your wings before you even learn to fly. But it's not just about protection, it's about power. When you keep your goals private, you build an internal fire, a burning desire that fuels your actions. You're not working for applause or validation. You're working because that dream has become a part of you, inseparable from your very being. Think about the great achievers in history. Do you think they announced their plans to change the world before they did it? No. They worked in silence, letting their success make the noise. Be like them. Let your achievements speak louder than your word. 2, your financial status. Money is a tool, not a measure of your worth. But in today's society, we've turned it into a scorecard, a way to compare ourselves to others. This is a dangerous game, my friends, a game that can rob you of your peace, your focus, and your true purpose. When you broadcast your financial status, whether you're struggling or thriving, you invite unnecessary complications into your life. If you're doing well, you might attract opportunists, false friends who are more interested in what you have than who you are. If you're facing challenges, you risk damaging your reputation and opportunity. But there's a deeper reason to keep your finances private. It's about maintaining your hunger, your drive. When people think you're successful, they often stop offering you opportunities. They assume you don't need them. But the truth is, true success is a journey, not a destination. You always need to be growing, learning, advancing. So keep your financial status close to your chest. Let your work ethic speak for itself. Focus on providing value, on solving problems, on making a difference. That's what truly matters. 3, your family issues. We all have them. Family conflicts, disagreements, challenges. It's part of being human. But these issues should remain within the family circle. Why? Because family is your foundation, your roots. When you expose family problems to the world, you weaken that foundation. Think about a tree. Its strength comes from its roots, hidden deep underground. You don't see them, but they're vital. They provide stability, nourishment, and growth. Your family is like those roots. The issues you face together are part of your growth process. They're shaping you, teaching you, preparing you for your purpose. When you share these issues publicly, you invite outside opinions and judgments. People who don't understand your family dynamics, your history, your unique challenges. They start offering advice, taking sides, creating more division. Before you know it, a small crack has turned into a chasm. But there's more. By keeping family issues private, you're teaching an invaluable lesson in loyalty, in discretion, in problem solving. You're showing that challenges can be overcome with love, communication, and commitment. You're building a legacy of strength and unity that will outlast any temporary conflict. 4, your good deeds. This might surprise you. Surely we should share our good deeds, inspire others to do the same. Not so fast. There's a hidden danger in publicizing your acts of kindness, your charitable works, your efforts to make the world a better place. When you do good in secret, you protect the purity of your intentions. You're not doing it for likes, for praise, for social status. You're doing it because it's right, because you care, because you understand the interconnectedness of all humanity. This is true virtue, true character. But there's a practical reason too. When you keep your good deeds private, you maintain your ability to move freely, to help without expectations. The moment you become known as a philanthropist, as someone who's always ready to help, you'll be inundated with requests, some genuine, some not. You'll spend more time managing your image than actually making a difference. Remember, the goal is impact, not recognition. Be like the roots of a great tree, nourishing everything around you without needing to be seen. Let the fruits of your labor, the lives you've touched, the changes you've made speak for themselves. 5. Your next move. In the game of life, your next move is your most powerful asset. It's the ace up your sleeve, the secret weapon that can catapult you to new heights, but only if you keep it secret. When you share your plans prematurely, you give others the chance to interfere, to compete, to place obstacles in your path. You lose the element of surprise, the ability to make bold, unexpected moves that can change the game. But it's not just about strategy, it's about focus. When you keep your next move private, you create a bubble of concentration around yourself. You're not distracted by others' opinions or expectations. You can pour all your energy, all your creativity, all your resources into making that move as powerful as. Think about a master chess player. They don't announce their strategy before making a move. They plan silently, execute decisively. Be like that chess player in your life. Plan in silence, execute with precision, and let your results speak for themselves. Now, let's talk about why these 5 areas of privacy are so crucial. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with information, with opinions, with noise. Everyone has a platform, everyone has a voice. And while that can be beautiful, it can also be overwhelming. By creating these pockets of privacy in your life, you're creating sanctuaries of peace, of focus, of authenticity. You're giving yourself the space to grow, to make mistakes, to learn without the pressure of public scrutiny. But more than that, you're reclaiming your power. In a world that wants to know everything, that treats privacy as suspicious, you're taking a stand. You're saying, my life is my own. My journey is my own. I choose what to share and what to keep safe. This isn't about being secretive or deceptive. It's about understanding the value of discretion, of mystery, of inner strength. It's about realizing that not everything needs to be shared, that some things are more powerful when kept close to your heart. Think about the most successful people you know, the ones who truly make a difference, who leave a lasting impact. Do they share every detail of their lives? Do they broadcast their every move, their every thought? No. They understand the power of privacy. They know that true influence doesn't come from constant exposure. It comes from depth, from substance, from the ability to surprise and inspire. By keeping certain aspects of their lives private, they maintain an aura of respect, of intrigue. People lean in to listen when they speak because they know it's going to be meaningful. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but what about authenticity? What about being real and vulnerable? That's a great question. And here's the truth. Authenticity isn't about sharing everything. It's about being true to yourself, to your values, to your purpose. You can be authentic while still maintaining privacy. In fact, I'd argue that true authenticity requires privacy because when you're constantly sharing, constantly seeking validation, you're not living your truth. You're living for the approval of others. Real authenticity comes from a deep sense of self, from knowing who you are and what you stand for. And that self-knowledge is nurtured in moments of privacy, of quiet reflection, of undistracted focus on your inner voice. Let's take a moment to imagine a world where everyone practiced this kind of intentional privacy. A world where people were more focused on their personal growth and on curating their public image. A world where action spoke louder than social media posts. A world where depth was valued over constant visibility. In that world, relationships would be deeper because people would share what truly matters, not just surface level updates. Achievements would be more meaningful because they'd be driven by internal motivation, not external validation. Personal growth would accelerate because people would have the space to experiment, to fail, to learn without fear of judgment. That's the world we can create, starting with ourselves. By practicing privacy in these 5 key areas, our goals, our finances, our family issues, our good deeds, and our next moves, we set an example. We show that it's possible to be successful, to be impactful, to be connected without sacrificing our inner peace, our focus, our authenticity. But let me be clear, this isn't about building walls or isolating yourself. It's about being intentional with what you share and why. It's about understanding that some things grow better in the shade, that some treasures are more valuable when they're not on display for everyone to think of it like tending a garden. Some plants thrive in full sun, soaking up all the attention they can get, but others, often the most rare and beautiful, need shade, protection, a gentle touch, your private thoughts, your deepest dreams, your most cherished relationships. These are your shade-loving plants. Nurture them carefully, protect them fiercely. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds great in theory, but how do I actually do this? How do I maintain privacy in a world that seems to demand constant sharing? It starts with a mindset shift. Instead of asking yourself, should I share this? Start asking, why do I want to share this? Is it for validation, for attention, out of habit, or is it truly necessary and beneficial? Next, create boundaries. Be clear with yourself and others about what you're willing to discuss publicly and what you're not. It's okay to say, I prefer to keep that private. In fact, you'll find that most people respect that kind of clarity and self assurance. Develop a support system of trusted confidants. These are the people you can turn to when you need to share, to process, to seek advice. Having this inner circle allows you to maintain privacy while still getting the support and connection you need. Practice the art of redirection. When people pry into areas you want to keep private, learn to gracefully change the subject. Talk about ideas, about dreams for the future, about ways to make a difference in the world. Elevate the conversation. And finally, focus on your actions. Let your work, your character, your impact speak for you. When you're consistently delivering value, consistently growing, consistently making a positive difference, you don't need to broadcast your every move. People will notice. They'll be drawn to your energy, your purpose, your quiet confidence. Now, let's address a common fear. Some of you might be worried that by keeping things private, you'll miss out on opportunities. You might think that if you don't share your goals, no one will be able to help you achieve them. If you don't talk about your struggles, no one will offer support. But here's the beautiful paradox. When you cultivate privacy, when you develop that inner strength and clarity, you actually become a magnet for the right opportunities, the right support, the right connections, because you're operating from a place of authenticity, of quiet confidence, of clear purpose. People are drawn to that. They want to work with someone who's focused, who's discreet, who's more interested in making things happen than in talking about making things happen. They want to support someone who's clearly on a mission, even if they don't know all the details of that mission. Think about it. Who would you rather collaborate with? Someone who's constantly sharing every detail of their life and work, or someone who's quietly, consistently producing results? Someone who's always seeking validation, or someone who's confidently pursuing their vision? The power of privacy isn't just in what it protects, it's in what it projects. It projects self-assurance, trustworthiness, focus. It creates an air of mystery that intrigues people, that makes them want to know more, to be part of your journey. But there's an even deeper benefit to maintaining privacy in these 5 key areas. It allows you to develop a rock-solid sense of self, a deep inner confidence that's unshakable by external opinions or circumstances. When your goals are private, you learn to motivate yourself, to push through challenges without relying on external cheerleaders. When your financial status is private, you learn to value yourself beyond material measure. When your family issues are private, you learn to solve problems, to communicate, to forgive without needing outside validation. When your good deeds are private, you develop a pure, intrinsic motivation to help others. And when your next move is private, you learn to trust your own judgment, to move boldly without seeking permission or approval. This inner strength, this self-reliance, is the foundation of true success, true fulfillment, true impact. It's what allows you to stand firm in the face of criticism, to keep going when things get tough, to lead with authenticity and vision. Now, I want you to imagine yourself a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Imagine that you've fully embraced this practice of privacy in these 5 key areas. What does your life look like? How do you feel? How do you move through the world? I'll tell you what I see. I see someone who's centered, focused, radiating quiet confidence. I see someone who's making big moves, creating significant impact, but doing it with grace and humility. I see someone who's deeply connected to their purpose, unswayed by fleeting trends or opinions. I see someone who's a rock for their family, a trusted leader in their community, a force for positive change in the world. I see someone who's not just successful by external measures, but deeply, genuinely fulfilled. That's the power of privacy. That's the transformation that's available to you when you choose to keep these 5 things private at any cost. But here's the thing. This isn't just about you. When you practice this kind of intentional privacy, you create a ripple effect. You give others permission to do the same. You show that it's possible to be successful, to be impactful, to be connected without sacrificing your inner peace, your focus, your authenticity. You become a living example of a different way of being in the world, a way that values depth over constant visibility, substance over surface, inner strength over external validation. And in doing so, you inspire others to reclaim their own power, to nurture their own dreams, to honor their own journey. This is how we create real change, not through grand gestures or viral moments, but through consistent, intentional choices, through the quiet cultivation of our best selves, through the protection and nurturing of what's most precious to us. So I challenge you, starting today, right now, to take a step towards greater privacy in these 5 areas. Guard your goals and dreams. Be discreet about your finances. Keep family matters within the family. Do good deeds in secret. And hold your next move close to your chest. It might feel uncomfortable at first. You might feel the urge to share, to seek validation, to broadcast your every thought and move. That's okay. It's natural, but resist that urge. Instead, channel that energy into action, into growth, into making. Remember, the most powerful moves are often the ones no one sees coming. The most meaningful growth happens in moments of quiet reflection. The deepest connections are forged in spaces of trust and discretion. You have within you everything you need to create an extraordinary life, to make a lasting impact, to leave a legacy you can be proud of. And it starts with honoring your privacy, with creating space for your truest self to emerge and flow. So go forth with confidence, move through the world with purpose. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Trust in the power of privacy to fuel your growth, to protect your purpose, to amplify your impact. The world is waiting for the unique gift that only you can offer. Nurture it in private, then unleash it with unshakable confidence. That's how you change your life. That's how you change the world. Remember, your life is your own. Your journey is your own. You have the power to choose what to share and what to keep sacred. Use that power wisely. Use it to create a life of meaning, of purpose, of profound impact. The path of privacy isn't always easy. In a world that constantly demands more sharing, more exposure, more authenticity, choosing to keep certain things private can feel like swimming against the current. But remember, it's often those who swim against the current who reach the most extraordinary destinations. Every time you choose privacy over exposure, you're making a powerful statement. You're saying, I value my inner world. I trust my own judgment. I'm committed to my growth and my purpose. This isn't about being secretive or aloof. It's about being intentional, about creating a sacred space within yourself where your deepest dreams and most precious relationships can flourish. Think about the great leaders, innovators, and change makers throughout history. Many of them understood the power of privacy. They knew when to share and when to hold back. They cultivated an air of mystery that drew people to them, that made their words and actions carry more weight. You have that same power within you. When you choose privacy in these 5 key areas, you're not just protecting yourself, you're amplifying your impact. You're creating a foundation of inner strength that will support you through any challenge, any setback, any moment of doubt. Let's break this down even further. Let's look at how protecting these 5 areas can transform every aspect of your life. 1, your personal goals and dreams. When you keep your goals private, you're not just protecting them from external negativity. You're giving them room to evolve, to grow, to become more refined. You're allowing yourself the freedom to experiment, to make mistakes, to pivot without feeling like you're letting anyone down. Think about a caterpillar in its cocoon. If you were to open that cocoon too soon, you prevent the butterfly from fully forming. Your dreams are like that butterfly. They need time, they need privacy, they need protection to fully take shape. But here's the really exciting part. When you finally do reveal your achievements, when you finally do share what you've been working on, the impact is so much greater because you're not just sharing a dream or a goal, you're sharing a fully realized vision, a tangible achievement. And that, my friends, is what truly inspires others. 2, your financial status. Money is a tool, but it's also energy. When you keep your financial status private, you're protecting that energy. You're ensuring that your relationships are based on genuine connection, not on what you have or what you can provide. But more than that, you're maintaining a hunger, a drive that's essential for continued growth. When people think you're financially successful, they often stop offering you opportunities. They assume you don't need them. By keeping your financial status private, you keep those doors open. You maintain the ability to surprise, to exceed expectations, to keep growing and achieving. And here's the powerful truth. When you're not constantly thinking or talking about money, you free up mental and emotional energy for what really matters, for creating value, for solving problems, for making a difference. That's where true wealth comes from. Three, your family issues. Family is the foundation of society, and your family issues are the roots of your personal growth. When you keep these private, you're not just protecting your loved ones from unnecessary judgment. You're creating safe space for healing, for growth, for the kind of deep, transformative work that can only happen in an atmosphere of trust and privacy. Think about it. Some of the most powerful moments in family life are the quiet ones, the heartfelt conversations, the moments of forgiveness, the times of pulling together in the face of challenges. These moments are sacred. They're not meant for public consumption. By keeping family issues private, you're also teaching your children, your siblings, your parents a valuable lesson. You're showing them that loyalty matters, that family bonds are sacred, that it's possible to face challenges without airing dirty laundry. This is how you build a legacy of strength, of resilience, of unshakable family bond. Four, your good deeds. When you keep your acts of kindness private, you're tapping into a profound spiritual truth. That giving is its own reward. You're not doing good for recognition, for praise, for social media likes. You're doing it because it's the right thing to do, because you understand the interconnectedness of all humanity. This kind of private generosity has a magical effect. It changes you from the inside out. It cultivates a spirit of abundance, a deep sense of gratitude, a profound connection to the world around you. And here's the beautiful paradox. The less you talk about your good deeds, the more your overall presence radiates kindness and compassion. People will be drawn to you without knowing why. They'll sense that you're someone who adds value, who makes the world a better place, and isn't that far more powerful than any public recognition could ever be? Five, your next move in the game of life, your next move is your most powerful asset. When you keep it private, you're not just preventing others from interfering or competing. You're giving yourself the space to fully develop your ideas, to consider all angles, to prepare thoroughly without external pressure. Think about the great innovators, the game changers in any field. They don't broadcast their ideas before they're ready. They work in silence. They perfect their concepts. They prepare for every contingency. And then when the time is right, they make their move. And the world changes. By keeping your next move private, you're also cultivating a valuable skill, the ability to work independently, to trust your own judgment, to move forward based on your own convictions rather than external validation. This is the mark of a true leader, a true innovator, a true change maker. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. When you practice privacy in these 5 areas, you're not just changing your own life. You're changing the very fabric of society. You're pushing back against a culture of oversharing, of constant exposure, of valuing appearance over substance. You're showing that it's possible to be successful, to be impactful, to be deeply connected without sacrificing your inner world. You're demonstrating that true power comes not from how much you share, but from how much you've developed yourself, how much you've clarified your purpose, how much you've honed your skills in private. Imagine a world where more people embraced this philosophy, a world where people were more focused on doing than on talking about doing, a world where kindness was practiced quietly, where family bonds were sacred, where innovation happened in protected spaces before being revealed to change the world. That's the world we can create, starting with ourselves, starting today. But let me be clear. This isn't about building walls or isolating yourself. It's about being intentional with what you share and why. It's about understanding that some things grow better in the shade, that some treasures are more valuable when they're not on display for everyone to see. It's about creating a rich, deep inner life that fuels everything you do in the outer world. It's about becoming so secure in who you are, so clear about your purpose, so committed to your path that you don't need constant external validation or guidance. This kind of inner strength, this kind of quiet confidence is magnetic. It draws opportunities to you. It makes people want to work with you, to support you, to be part of what you're creating, even if they don't know all the details. So how do you start? How do you cultivate this practice of privacy in a world that seems to demand constant sharing? Start small. The next time you have a new goal or dream, try keeping it to yourself. Instead of announcing it, channel that energy into action. Let your progress be your announcement. The next time you're tempted to post about a kind deed you've done, resist. Instead, take a moment to really feel the impact of your action. Let it fill you up inside. That feeling is far more valuable than any number of likes or comments. When family challenges arise, resist the urge to seek advice or sympathy from outsiders. Instead, turn inward, strengthen your family bonds, work together to find solutions. You'll be amazed at the deeper connections that form when you face challenges privately as a unit. When you achieve a financial milestone, celebrate quietly. Use that positive energy to fuel your next goal rather than broadcasting it to the world. You'll find that your hunger for growth, for achievement, stays strong when it's not constantly being satisfied by external validation. And when you're planning your next big move, keep it close to your chest. Pour all your energy into preparation, into refining your plan, into getting everything in place. Let the power of surprise work in your favor. Remember, this practice of privacy isn't about fear. It's not about hiding. It's about valuing yourself, your dreams, your relationships enough to give them a protected space to grow. It's about understanding that the most valuable things in life are often the ones that can't be seen or measured from the outside. As you embrace this practice, you'll start to notice changes. You'll find yourself more centered, more focused, more in tune with your own inner guidance. You'll find your relationships deepening, becoming more authentic and meaningful. You'll find your achievements carrying more weight, making a bigger impact. You'll start to move through the world differently with a quiet confidence, a deep sense of purpose, an unshakable inner strength. People will notice, they'll be drawn to your energy, curious about your methods, inspired by your example. And that's how real change happens. Not through grand announcements or viral moments, but through consistent, intentional choices, through the quiet cultivation of our best selves, through the protection and nurturing of what's most precious to us. So I challenge you, starting today, right now, to take a step towards greater privacy in these 5 areas. Guard your goals and dreams. Be discreet about your finances. Keep family matters within the family. Do good deeds in secret. And hold your next move close to your chest. It might feel uncomfortable at first. You might feel the urge to share, to seek validation, to broadcast your every thought and move. That's okay. It's natural, but resist that urge. Instead, channel that energy into action, into growth, into making your dreams a reality. Remember, the most powerful moves are often the ones no one sees coming. The most meaningful growth happens in moments of quiet reflection. The deepest connections are forged in spaces of trust and discretion. You have within you everything you need to create an extraordinary life, to make a lasting impact, to leave a legacy you can be proud of. And it starts with honoring your privacy, with creating space for your truest self to emerge and flourish. So go forth with confidence. Move through the world with purpose. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Trust in the power of privacy to fuel your growth, to protect your purpose, to amplify your impact. The world is waiting for the unique gift that only you can offer. Nurture it in private, then unleash it with unshakable confidence. That's how you change your life. That's how you change the world. Your journey starts now, in this moment, with the next choice you make about what to share and what to keep sacred. Choose wisely, choose powerfully, choose privacy. Remember, your life is a masterpiece in the making. Every choice, every action, every moment of intentional privacy is a brushstroke on that canvas. You're not just creating a life, you're creating a legacy of strength, of wisdom, of profound impact. So paint boldly, paint with conviction, paint with the confidence that comes from knowing your deepest self, your highest purpose, your most cherished dreams are safely nurtured within you. The world doesn't need more noise. It doesn't need more oversharing. It needs more people who are deeply in touch with their inner truth, who move through life with quiet purpose, who make a difference not for recognition, but because it's who they are at their core. Be one of those people. Embrace the power of privacy. Watch as it transforms not just your life, but the lives of everyone you touch. This is your moment. This is your time. Step into your power, guard your privacy, and change the world from the inside out. The future is waiting, and it's more brilliant than you can imagine. Go forth and create it one private, powerful choice at a time. The world is ready for the real you, the you that's been nurturing dreams in private, the you that's been quietly growing stronger every day. It's time to let that light shine. Your journey of impact, of purpose, of profound fulfillment begins now, and it begins within. Embrace it, trust it, live it. The power of privacy is yours to wield. Use it wisely, use it boldly, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. This is your time. This is your moment. The world is waiting for the magic that only you can bring. So bring it with confidence, with purpose, with the unshakable strength that comes from knowing your true self. The power is yours. The choice is yours. The future is yours. Embrace the power of privacy and let your light shine like never before. The world is ready, are you? Remember, every great journey begins with a single step. Your step begins now, in this moment, with a commitment to guard these 5 crucial areas of your life. It won't always be easy. There will be times when the urge to share, to seek validation, to broadcast your progress will be strong. But in those moments, remember why you're doing this. You're doing this to build a life of substance, not just appearance. You're doing this to create impact, not just attention. You're doing this to nurture relationships of depth and meaning, not just surface level connections. You're doing this to become the best version of yourself, to fulfill your highest potential, to make the unique contribution that only you can make. So when the urge to overshare strikes, take a deep breath, turn inward. Remind yourself of your greater purpose. Channel that energy into action, into growth, into tangible progress toward your goals. Let the results speak for themselves. And as you continue on this journey, pay attention to the changes within you. Notice how your confidence grows, not from external validation, but from an unshakable inner certainty. Notice how your relationships deepen, becoming richer and more meaningful. Notice how your impact expands, touching lives in ways you might never even see. This is the power of privacy. This is the transformation that awaits when you choose to keep these 5 crucial areas of your life sacred. So go forth with courage. Go forth with purpose. Go forth with the quiet confidence of someone who knows their own worth, who trusts their own path, who understands the power of what's unseen. The world is waiting for you, not the you that's carefully curated for public consumption, but the real you, the you that's been growing in private, the you that's rich with dreams, with wisdom, with purpose. Step into that power. Embrace your journey. Trust the process. The best is yet to come, and it begins with you right here, right now. Your time is now. Your moment is here. The power of privacy is in your hands. Use it wisely, use it boldly, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. This is your story. Write it with intention, write it with purpose, write it with the understanding that the most powerful chapters are often the ones no one else sees. The world is ready for you. Are you ready for the world? Embrace the power of privacy and let your true self shine. The journey of a lifetime begins now, and it begins with you